Since the middle of the 18th century, the Staffordshire pottery industry has dominated pottery making in Britain. And although the great majority of the workers were local people, often trained in the factories, and in some cases working for the factories all their lives, from around about the 1770s onwards, an increasing number of Continental artists were coming to Stoke-on-Trent, bringing their skills as designers, as modellers, as engravers and as painters to the factories. Continental design was always seen as very fashionable in England, whether it was French or German. And so artists who were looking to gain good employment would often come to England, frequently working at the London porcelain factories, and then, once they heard about Stoke-on-Trent, coming up to Stoke-on-Trent to work. We don't know a great deal about many of the artists who came to Stoke-on-Trent from the middle of the 18th century onwards. There are fewer records that survive, and many were only here for a few years, but there were many of them very influential. Artists such as Fidèle Duvivier, who had worked extensively on the continent, worked for at least 3 factories in Stoke-on-Trent, as well as working at Derby and at Worcester. He worked for the Turner factory in Longton, he worked for the Newhall porcelain factory in Hanley, and he worked for Enoch Wood's factory in Burslem. Joseph Mongenot worked for Adams, died in 1814 here in Stoke-on-Trent and is buried in the city. Pierre Stéphane and his family came here and lived for many years as modellers, freelancers, working for a variety of factories. Most of them left, but they were the ones who were the forerunners of the numerous European artists who came to work here in the 19th and the 20th centuries.